Hello everyone. Today's presentation center on child rights advocacy in Nepal with a core focus on child labor and its impact on early childhood education. Although Nepal has made progress in reducing child labor, there remains a large number of child workers whose work undermines their education, well-being and development. The presentation will take the United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child as its legal basis to analyze the issue of child labor, violating children's rights, and will subsequently develop its full discussion around three core rights. This paper lists three core rights here: the right to protection from economic exploitation, and the right to rest, play, and leisure. Finally, we will put forward supporting recommendation that upholds relevant rights and advance public welfare. Our next slide is about context of child labor in Nepal. At present, a large number of young underage children work in jobs across agriculture, brick kilns, domestic work, carpet factories, construction sites, and state-based positions. The core causes leading to this problem include poverty, lack of educational opportunities, social inequality, and family economic pressure. This topic is highly relevant to early childhood education, and childhood is a critical period for development. Young children who work instead of pursuing their education will miss out on critical opportunity to develop core skills. The presentation proposes that all future educators must advocate for children's rights and guarantee that every child has access to high quality learning opportunities. The United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child can provide solid core prejudicial support for the implementation of global child rights protection effort. So in slide 3, we have UNCRC framework. So in this slide, this presentation will focus its entire discussion on three articles. For this presentation, I will focus on three articles, the articles 28 and 29 of the United Nations Convention on the Right of the Child. Safeguard the right to education, Article 32, that protects against economic exploitation, and Article 31, that safeguards the right to rest and play. So, children's rights are inherently interconnected, and child labor undermines children's learning, personal development, and their healthy childhood. So, in right 4, we have mentioned the three rights that are we going to discuss. And here we have the first right. So the first one is right to education. So the first core right covered in this series of academic discussion is the right to education, whose basis in international law set out in Article 28 and 29 of the United Nations Convention on the Right of the Child. So all children have the right to access education and develop to their full potential. However, child labor seriously hinders school-age children from receiving normal schooling. Children laborers are prone to poor attendance, scattered focus, low grades, and high school dropout rates. A joint study by the United Nations Children's Fund, that is UNICEF, and the International Labour Organization points out that high quality early childhood education can improve school readiness, reading and writing skills, and long term academic success. Children who substitute work for schooling will miss critical opportunities for growth and development. So, in next slide, we'll be discussing how the right of protection from financial exploitation. So the second right to be free from economic exploitation corresponds to Article 32. Within Nepal, a large number of children work in high risk environments, including brick kilns, agriculture work, and domestic service. Child laborers are commonly exposed to physical injuries, emotional stress, and harsh working conditions while working. The International Labour Organization points out that child labor undermines children's physical health, mental health, and protection and future development opportunities. To uphold children's right to be free from harmful labor, it is necessary to strengthen the child protection laws, improving monitoring mechanism, and build support system to proactively prevent and control the problem of harmful child labor. The third right is the right to rest, play, and leisure, which is set out in Article 31 of the Convention. So we have right to rest. So this tells many people believe that a play is simply a waste of time, but professional research has confirmed that it is critically important to children's development. Play can effectively promote the development of four core growth abilities in children. Most child laborers do not have time to play, explore, or make friends. So this means that it has missed out the important learning experience that support healthy development. So to help with all the right ensure, so I have recommended few points over here. So here in recommendation, first the one I have written over here is the first policy recommendation is to expand the coverage of free, high quality education, early childhood education with priority given to rural and disadvantaged areas. This paper proposes a third measure that relies on three types of mature public services to provide financial support to vulnerable households. The core action is to raise community-wide awareness of child's rights. The fourth core action is also will include how to make effort to build safe, appropriate, child exclusive learning environments to effectively support game-based learning. The series of child labor governance recommendations put forward in the paper goes straight to the root of the problem and balances both children's right and development. In conclusion, child labor in Nepal remains the main obstacle hindering the right of the local children. This abusive act undermines children's core rights, the right to education, freedom from economic exploitation, and the right to play and develop. In conclusion, the Convention on the Rights of the Child underpins a wide range of rights advocacy efforts. All educators, policymakers, and community members bear the responsibility of ensuring that children are able to learn freely, play, and thrive. Protecting children's rights not only benefits every individual child but also raises the overall educational level of society and drives the entire society to become more equitable and prosperous. So in the next slide, I have list of references, and the last one is the script for this presentation. Thank you for your time.